Hi, Telle from Word Alive. I sing.
How is the Allstars Tour going so far?
It's been great. We're almost done with it now, and I can say it's been a really successful tour.
What can the rest of the fans who have yet to attend this tour expect from you?
I think, just a band that cares about putting on a good show. We try and sound as close to the record, if not better, every show, and we give it our all for the 30 minutes that we have.
What was the moment in your life that made you realize that you wanted to pursue a career in music?
It was 2005 at the Curiosa Festival tour at Riverbend in Cincinnati, Ohio. I was watching Thursday play, and Jeff Rickley climbed out into the crowd and stopped right above me and was singing and screaming into my face, and I said that I wanted that one day. So that was it.
Did you have any possibly a backup career if you weren't gonna do music?
I don't know if you'd call it a backup career. I had things I liked, but I was a teenager, so I don't think anybody really knows what they want back then.
What are your views on the music industry today? If there is, what kind of impact would you want to leave on it?
The music industry sucks. It has for a long time. Nobody buys CDs. People take bands for granted. They don't come to shows because they feel like they'll see them next month or the next month. Most fans of music are kind of that flash in the pan, bandwagon fan. It's not like the diehard fans as much anymore. So it's a lot harder for bands because the kids ultimately don't care if the band breaks up or stops making music. So I think there's less genuine support of music from what there was. Some of that is probably to do with just a high saturation of especially in the heavy music world, there's a lot of bands doing the same thing, but it all has a bad effect because lower ticket sales mean bands don't they can't tour as much, or promoters don't want them, so people always write and be oh, play here, but if only a small amount of kids come to shows, then promoters don't want those bands to come back. So it's really hard right now, and then since nobody supports, that keeps prices high because a smaller number of people have to make up for what used to be an easier number to hit. So it only hurts everyone by the lack of support. But ultimately, we got into music because we love making it, and we're gonna do it as long as we can. So. And the impact that I hope that we can leave is just that we inspire people to pick up a guitar or a mic or drumsticks and just try to create music that is meaningful and that they really like.
Who are some artists that you listened to while growing up, and do they have any influences on the band today?
Yeah, definitely. Thursday, Deftones, Brand New, The Used. All those bands, As I Lay Dying, even as far as metalcore goes, all those bands helped shape the kind of music we wanted to make, and they helped define the kind of people we wanted to be as far as musicians go. Most of those bands are just really down to earth, rad guys, and that's what we grew up knowing that a band should be, so that's what we try to be.
Is there a motto that you all live by?
Just try to be a good person, I guess, and try your best. We try to be the best musicians we can, and we practice a lot, and we work on our show, and we just trying to be our best in all aspects is the main goal.
How was it like to record Life Cycles, and was it any different from recording the previous material?
Yeah, it was a lot different. We recorded with a completely different producer, and I did the vocals in California while the band did the music in Indiana. It was the first time, where Zach and Tony had both written, their own songs, and we had member changes right before we went into the studio, so that affected things. But how it turned out was better than we could have hoped for, and we're really stoked with the new songs, and we made a record that we love, so it worked out.
Is there a message you wanted fans to get from there, from the album?
Just each song has its own message, I think, and it depends on the song, but whatever that song's lyrics are, that's kind of the message we wanted. Most of the songs are pretty transparent. If you look at the lyrics, you can tell what the song's about, and you can, I think, identify with it. If it's something that you relate to. There's different songs about questioning, where we're at in life, what we're supposed to be doing, what we're meant for, do we belong in where we're at right now in our lives, or should we be searching for something bigger, better? There's lots of just kind of life questions, I guess, are in it.
What was your favorite song to record off that album?
Probably Astral Plane, the last song in the record. That was my favorite song I've ever recorded, actually.
You just released the music video for Entirety, right? How has the response been so far for that video?
I actually just looked for the first time on my computer, and everything's been pretty positive so far. I think people like it a lot. We tried something different. We were doing a performance video. Since we're on tour, it made more sense to do something that's faster. And so we did that. Entirety was the first single, and we did it. We shot to a green screen for the first time ever, which was really cool. And so far, people like it a lot, I think.
If there is one song you could recommend to a new time listener, what song would you recommend and why?
Probably Life Cycles, the title track. So far it's the number one song off the album. So the majority of our fans are flocking towards that song above any of the others. And I think it's a more simply structured song that people can understand both musically and lyrically the first time they listen to it. It's a pretty straightforward song. So I think it's a good bridge to go into our other more technical music.
What would you say is the biggest thing you have accomplished together?
I feel like every tour, every album is just like a new bar that we've raised. We have an EP and 2 full lengths out. I didn't know if we'd ever get this far. So everything that we do that's new, and every tour that's a little bit bigger than the last is kind of what we're I feel the most accomplished about.
If anything, has being in a band taught you something?
Tons of things. I've been touring for about 6 years now, and that's the majority of my adult life. So it's taught me, how to deal with adversity. It's taught me to appreciate my family, being away from them. It's taught me that nothing worth having comes easy. You gotta work hard for everything. It's taught me to respect, what people do, with their music, and also to not judge a book by its cover. I don't like every band that we tour with, but if they're good, respectful people that I get along with, then that matters most. The list goes on. Being in a band definitely teaches you a lot.
What's the best thing about being in the Word Alive?
Getting to make the best music that I feel I've ever been a part of. It's definitely got to be it. Doing that with some great friends of mine, and getting to go on stage every day playing music I'm proud of is, it's a gift.
What is left for y'all for the remainder of the year?
If you go on our Facebook.com/thewordalive, we have a ton of tour dates up. Some U.S., Canada headlining shows, and then a fall tour in Europe. Different bands throughout those tours. Born of Osiris, Norma Jean, I the Breather, Crown the Empire, On a Burning Body, like Mossy Flames. That stuff is U.S. and Canada. And then we play a festival tour in New Jersey with Falling in Reverse and We Came as Romans. We have, the Europe thing is the Parkway Drive, Amir and Structures, so we have a lot of stuff.
Are there any last words you want to say?
Pick up our new album, My Cycles.
You